guys? Welcome to the American Horror Story After Show. We are in the very last episode. I am shattered to announce, but happy that I'm here with my lovely co-host, Jocelyn Polite.
Hey everybody, I'm still in shock, but hello.
Yeah, and then to my left we have Jamie Brewer. She's back. Thank you for coming in again.
The finale.
I know, we begged her, I'm like, Jamie, it's the finale, it's kind of a big deal, we need you back. And and she's here. And how are you?
Really good.
Yeah, been busy? Just taking care of the world, just doing great things every day?
In a way.
Oh man,
all the great
right.
things that you do,
All right.
yes.
Yeah.
But who cares about that right now? Because we got American Horror Story to talk about. What did you think of the episode, for the finale?
It's incredible. It's kind of neat seeing all those, the dynamics of a lot of the scenes.
Definitely.
From Dennis O'Hare's character of Liz fitting out all those weapons.
Yep.
Saying, come figure out a way.
Did it tie up? Did it tie off how you think it should have? Were you happy with it?
It's interesting.
Yeah. Did anyone else? I mean, we as viewers, like with us, we sort of didn't realize that that last scene with Lady Gaga was the end. We were waiting, for the commercials were going, and then we were waiting, and then the credits came up.
We were staring at the screen. We were just all of us silently staring at the screen, like, and then all of a sudden it was like, oh, that's it. No idea it was going to end like that.
I mean, I loved the episode. It brought up all the feels. I almost feel like, I don't know if you guys agree, I almost feel like last episode could have sufficed as the finale, and this episode was just like a fun, like, what are they doing now episode or something, and I loved it.
But yeah, it was interesting. It brings in a little more heightened element to it.
Yeah.
And also in terms of like rebirth.
Yeah. So I thought the episode as a whole, in my opinion, was awesome. I was a little put off. I didn't quite know what was going on with that very last scene, but as a whole, I loved it. You guys agree?
No, I loved it. I loved this entire. It had me on the edge the entire time. I loved watching it. Every single. I loved seeing Billie Dean come back in. I loved all of that. Yeah, it was exciting to see everyone come back on the what was it, the October 30th, the Devil's.
Devil's Night.
It was cool to see all of that again. So I it was like. What was it? Episode 11 was kind of like the box, that you put everything in, and then this was like the bow.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's a good way of explaining it. And Jamie, what was it like seeing?
It was interesting with that.
What was it like seeing Billie Dean? Was it a nostalgia thing for you, having worked with her?
Because in thinking about the first season, Billie Dean comes in. Sarah plays Billie Dean in the first season, and there's a pivotal scene with her as Billie Dean in the first season that she tells Jessica about Addie. Yeah. About me.
So you were like, oh my God, this is so weird. Worlds are colliding. Years later, this is happening again. How did you feel that they, I mean, obviously they dressed her up like Billie Dean and she had the same mannerisms. Did you feel they did a good job?
Yeah, all the characteristics were, were spot on from the first season. Yeah. The hair is a little bit different though.
It was totally different,
See, it's like for us, it's a distant memory from years ago watching, but for you...
A friend of mine, Monty Hot, he does the hair for the show. Yeah. He was having a really fun time with that hair.
Yeah, right, and they would have had to call him up.
Well, it was interesting too because what is it, 2022? So I was really looking at her hair like, what's our hair going to look like in 2022?
Yeah,
you know what I mean? So obviously we're going back to being feathered.
Not that different. But should we start with how it started off? So the TripAdvisor people come in and they just get killed. It was kind of cool seeing what they'd done with the hotel, and it was all looking nice, and they were on their best behavior. And then Sally, I mean, like Sarah Paulson again just puts on. That was a pretty cool speech she did at the start, right?
Yes.
And then kills them, and then Will Drake comes out.
And by a medical thing, we're looking at it by medical
a needle. What a way to go!
Needle,
what a way to go! And then so Will Drake comes out and kills everyone. What do you think of the opening for that?
Well, first of all, Will Drake has gotten really comfortable with his killing, hasn't he? Like real fast. Yeah. He got really comfortable really fast with just like throwing it down with the killing thing. But I mean, it was shocking. I mean, first of all, like when it started, I was shocked. Yeah. I mean, it was like, what is happening? You know what I mean? Especially with Liz Taylor, I was like, what's going on? And then when the couple came in, I was like, okay, this feels a little more normal. And we eventually got around to what that was with Liz, but I like the way it started. It had my attention.
Yeah. You too? You approve?
Interesting.
Yeah.
On it.
What did you guys think seeing all of these old characters coming back in and being in again? So we had Marcy, we had Helena Mattsson at the Swede, who we actually had on the show, and funny because we had Helena Mattsson come in I think the week after you did.
Nice.
And that wasn't too long ago, you know. And she was
Mayor Whittingham as well.
But we're saying with Helena Mattsson, she hadn't, when we interviewed her on this show, she had no idea if she was coming back or not. You know, so it must have been a last minute thing. And as you told us last time you were on, Jamie, that it could be a call and you could be on a plane the next day, right? If you're going to be called back.
Either the next day or the week, not just the next day.
Yeah.
But the week prior to getting the call.
Yeah, and it's were you and. Oh man, I bet you were kind of hoping for that call, huh? Yeah.
We all are.
It's always next year, babe. Always next year.
Absolutely.
And with every actor of AHSAS feels that way.
So I bet you Helena Mattsson would have been so happy to be like, oh my God, yes, I got the call.
Right.
But but going back to what I was saying, who else did we see? We saw the Lumberjack. We saw
John Carroll Lynch.
Yep. Oh yeah.
Also
in the
a
next
friend of mine as well. And
Yep. Wow.
with him being back in the previous episode as well, on the Devil's Night.
Yeah.
His face was painted.
Really?
Which gave, in a certain episode, which gave an illusion to Twisty in Freak Show.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah, it was a weird one, that episode, right? Devil's Night.
Yeah.
So crazy.
It gave the illusion of Twisty.
Yeah.
It was just interesting because it was like a killer's reunion.
Yeah.
Well, first of all, it was like the residents' meeting.
Yeah.
You know, which is what they had, like all the ones in the hotel.
Yeah.
You know, it was kind of like a meeting. And then I was shocked when March said, no more killing.
Evan.
Yeah.
I was like, what do you mean no more killing?
Yeah.
Like, you know, I think, you know, we talked about before, I thought that there was going to be more coming from him.
Sure.
Totally wrong on that one.
Dude, and what do you
It's interesting on how Evan delivered that.
What do you think of Evan Peters' performance over the season?
Incredible.
Yeah.
He may have came in a little bit later in showing a lot of the foundation of Cortez.
Yeah.
It's really kind of fascinating bringing him in.
I think he's done so well. It took me a bit to get used to his accent and his like jawline and everything. But he's been, for me anyway, like who am I to say? But I feel like he's been really consistent.
He did that really well, actually.
Yeah. I was curious on how long it took him to master that.
Yeah.
Because I bet the dialect coach that he probably had.
Yeah.
Like, okay, we need to nail this in a certain way, and we need to nail it fast.
Do you think that he would have, like, how much of a method actor are these guys? Would he have broken character on set?
I don't know. With anything, I don't know.
All right. Have you worked with any characters on American Horror Story that have stayed in character?
Let's put it this way. Whenever we're on the sets, or even at the craft station, or on the breaks, we keep the character in.
Yep.
But during the breaks, we don't go full out in character.
Sure.
We still maintain our individuality.
Yeah.
Right.
And that's what's
and then you chill out on your breaks.
Yeah.
Marjorie takes a break.
This way. We're all ourselves during the breaks, and I think we're ourselves in general.
Sure. Yeah.
There, but during the breaks we're back to our true selves, even though we may be in costume.
Sure.
But are some people still really in it, though? Like you can tell that they're really in it?
Some of them,
Okay, I was going to say.
It's, how was it? I just heard off note, like Jared Leto for Suicide Squad didn't break character for 6 months. I heard like just a crazy
There's really a
tidbit
fun
like that.
environment.
Yeah.
Wow.
Next one, guys. So Sally and Iris's meeting.
Yeah, Kathy and...
So Kathy Bates gives her an iPhone.
Which was hilarious.
What'd you think of it?
That was interesting.
Yeah.
No, I loved it because Liz and Iris, right? Yeah.
Yes.
I wanted to say Kathy. I'm trying not to use their names, but Liz and Iris.
It's kind of neat.
It's hard sometimes.
The different ways of saying that. And even though the names of the actors are Kathy and Dennis, the characters Liz and Iris.
Right, exactly. So Liz and Iris, they had an interesting turn in their character. They began to try to give people purpose.
Yeah.
Yes.
So just like you were saying with Sally, she gave her purpose, gave her the cell phone, you know, all that kind of stuff. And of course she went crazy with the whole, you know, social media thing, which is hilarious.
Yeah. Did you guys see, I mean, I reckon there's going to be so many articles written about this, about just the depth. I mean, that's such a message to the 2015 world. So
Iris.
Sally, it's almost like she swaps her drug for another drug. So she puts up the needle on the sill and the windowsill and sort of like, okay, I'm done with this drug. I've got a new one. I mean, you can explore that so much.
I think in my opinion, that one thing that she dropped out of the window was her whole medical kit.
Yeah. It was her syringe, so it's like...
The syringe and the medical kit. She actually, instead of dropping herself through the window again, she drops the medical kit.
Yeah, so social media is her new drug.
Social media Sally.
Yeah. So let's go.
That's a really good observation because you're right, because she did go through that way, and then this time she actually like put the kit up there. That's it was
she
like
put
a
her
little
arm
sign.
Out.
Right.
I'm guessing now there's like an insert on that. He puts her arm out, drops the medical kit, and see it fall.
Yeah. Wow. I think it's cool, but I think there's a really cool like parallel there, and I think maybe they were trying to send a little message to the millennials, right, of 2015. Yeah. Sure, but I loved it. I thought it was such a cool little scene.
Kind of neat
and her pain,
yes.
that like it was so felt. I mean, I didn't understand. You know, I thought like it was emotional, just how she's been in pain the entire season. But I'm saying like you finally had that moment where it was like, gosh, she really is just sad and alone, and this is it. And if she can't kill people to try to get closer to them, what's she gonna do?
Yeah.
So
and off and on, some of the characters call her bitch.
Yeah.
Too, and treat her basically like what bitches often are.
Yeah.
Being sassy and everything, and their attitude and being that way. And in this one, in the finale, we see a change.
Yep. Totally. Just like the scene that happened after that, what did you think of Will Drake and Liz joining forces
well, that was
to become a fashion icon? What do you think of that?
No, that was interesting.
Yeah, right. And tell me, I've got a question for you guys. What happens now that Liz has killed herself or she's dead? Who's going to run the company?
Well, can she? Well, that's true.
No, she can't leave the hotel.
She can.
It's true.
Well, that's true. You know what? Well, who was walking in the fashion show? So you could just bring it all from the hotel.
All right. Yeah. Cool.
You know, and now that we've got Sally on social media, she can do all of the marketing.
Yeah, and think about that in that way. That would also bring in another future technology thing of Skype and FaceTime.
Yep.
That they could have brought in that. Mm-hmm. And he could have and Will Drake and
Iris. Yep.
Not just Iris. But
sorry, Liz Taylor. Yeah, man.
I'm gonna think of all three of them.
Yep.
Liz, Iris, and Will doing the Skype and FaceTime.
Yep, I love it. And guys, if you have, I forgot to mention this. If you have any answers for us, or you want to give us your thoughts, put your tweets and your comments in the comment section below. Make sure you use the hashtag AHSAS, and we'll be responding to all three of us. So send in your questions, and we'll answer them as soon as we can. All right, guys, this is such
we'll get to you, I promise.
Such a packed episode. I'm like running out of breath here. Okay, yeah, so I love that scene too. I love that Liz found a new purpose, right? She sort of like, and she owned that board
Everybody
meeting, right?
did.
And she gave Will Drake purpose too, because he was kind of feeling also like, well, if I can't kill, what can I do? So I mean, he was, you know, she gave him something like, hey, you know, you were good at this fashion thing. Get out there and do it. So
So I know, right? Gave him. He was a bit of an alcoholic. So next thing, guys. So somehow Ryan Murphy and the writers of this show managed to turn a group killing into a lovely, fuzzy, warm event. What did you guys think of that scene?
Hacksaws, an axe.
Yeah.
I mean, it was just, you know, choose your weapon and kill me. Yeah, exactly.
The medical syringe.
Yeah.
Wardrobe changes. I mean, it was just all there. You're right. It was warm and fuzzy.
Do you feel like they kind of accepted it pretty quickly? Like he didn't have to.
Interesting.
It didn't take too much convincing, did it?
Yeah, and it's kind of neat because think about it on the series of scenes, seeing his son, the father-son bonding.
Yeah.
Seeing the baby.
Yeah.
And then through there, realizing that through rebirth, that he wanted to be reborn in the hotel.
Oh, yeah.
Having everyone there.
Stay with his family.
Yeah.
I've got a question for you. So it's usually, I mean, from what my understanding, right, it's if they don't have unfinished business, they turn into a ghost and they sort of stay. What do you think Liz Taylor's unfinished business was to stay on in the hotel?
It's kind of interesting, actually, because one of the things, let's put it this way, if he had chosen to die before he saw the baby and all that, he would have come back as a spirit to them.
Yep.
In some way, and seeing them that way. So it's neat that he got to do that first before that happened.
Sure. So, I mean, yeah, maybe you can just choose. I don't know.
I don't know.
it's hard to keep up with all these rules, right?
It is, because I mean, I've been quick to say, that all the rules, I've gotten all the rules like all messed up and everything like that. But yeah, I don't know if
but
I think that like Liz, the purpose of Liz has had a lot of directions. You know what I'm saying, that she could have gone in. So I mean, I think that was one character that she needed to stay in the hotel. Where else was she going to go?
Yeah.
She wasn't going to walk the streets.
Kristin came back.
Right.
Yeah, Finn.
I know. She was so happy.
Yeah.
Liz Taylor was so happy. Yeah. So good. Yay, I was happy about that.
Yeah, no, everyone's like,
and it's interesting because seeing I'm gonna say it was probably a doll of Liz on the bed.
Yeah.
And then seeing that, and one of the things about the Billy Dean.
Yeah.
I'm guessing at this. But one of the reasons why probably Tristan did not want to talk to her was because he was waiting for Liz. Until Liz got reborn in the Cortez and being seen as a ghost.
Yeah.
So he can see him and not anybody else.
Because it was kind of heartbreaking. It was heartbreaking, that Tristan wouldn't say anything.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because I was sitting there like, wow, that's deep, because they've really put this together, and now he's not saying anything. Like, that's going to break Liz's heart, like, big time.
Yeah.
So,
and,
so I'm glad that happened
quickly. He was
quickly.
just doing it to help her.
Yeah, and then twisted it to Donovan.
Yeah, that was a cool
from
scene.
Donovan to Kathy Bates.
That was a cool scene.
And Donovan
right?
said, I love you.
Yes.
So Kathy is cool now.
Yeah.
Kathy's like, okay.
Iris is cool now.
Oh, man.
It's like, Iris.
Incredible.
Yeah.
All the feels on this episode.
Yeah. Pancakes and everything. And
I know, brought up blueberry pancakes. I mean, I was like, oh my gosh, like, how else do you touch a mama like that?
Can
It's
we
like,
see them materialize?
yeah.
In front of her?
And then, all right, so then we went to this next scene where we had, so Billy Dean comes out again, and then we had a jump to the year 2022.
Yeah.
I was not expecting that, and it happened really quickly.
To the future.
Yeah, it happened real quick, didn't it? It was just like a quick flash. It was like, oh, okay,
right?
American Horror Story is in the future now.
Yeah.
And I didn't quite know what to expect.
It's kind of neat, and I'm kind of curious on how they did that.
Yeah, I mean, luckily nothing changed too much, because obviously the ghosts don't really change. Like they're just like they're stuck in. I mean, look at Sally, who's in 1994 all the time.
Exactly. The only one that changed really was Scarlett.
Yeah, right.
Nobody else really did.
Yes.
So I thought I was wondering how they were going to tie off the John thing, So I thought, do you guys think? I thought it was a really cool way to show his story.
Back.
Yeah, to show his story. So it's like he got to explain what happened. They got to just flash through everything, and then you sort of see where he's at.
But this was kind of neat in the last few episodes of AHS, especially the episode 11 with this season, 11 and 12.
Yep.
And this being the finale. They bring in, and what's kind of neat about it is that they bring in those kind of flashbacks.
Yeah.
Yep.
To tie in to show that it's a finale.
Yeah, definitely. And I think, I think they would have had to have a couple more episodes if they were planning on like going through all of that, in real time.
But didn't you guys want John to? I wanted John to do something. I guess I wanted John to do more. My expectation was for him to do more, and I kind of got excited when he brought Billy Dean over to the Devil's, night
Devil's
thing.
Night, yeah.
Right.
Yes.
So I was like, okay, I mean, not that I wanted her to die, but I'm saying that, like, I just kind of got excited that something was going to happen, like a room full of killers, and I was like, but, and then I was like, oh, okay, well, maybe not.
I kind of thought he was going to.
It was interesting.
I thought he was going to kill March in A Blaze of Glory.
That would have been cool, though. That would have been really interesting.
I thought he was going to find out the way to kill a ghost, and he was going to do it.
Yeah.
Right.
It would have. I don't know. I know what you mean. He was sort of. He did a good job. I mean, he was great. It was kind of anticlimactic.
It was. It was exactly.
With what happened there, but cool story. Like, I can't imagine the budget on this episode to bring all these actors back.
God.
Can you imagine that?
It's interesting on that.
But having like all of them, and then just I thought the Devil's Night dinner was awesome, and Lily Rabe just came in and was
Killed
hilarious
She's
slash
really fun,
disturbing. She is.
Yeah.
I saw her in a cafe in Silver Lake once, but I was too scared to say anything. She a nice girl?
Really? She's really sweet.
Yeah.
And you got so
Really
excited when
sweet.
she came on screen. That was like really fun. You're like,
It was really
sweet.
I think she's done.
And this character of Lily's in this one in Hotel is really quite neat.
Yeah.
They really grunged her down
Yeah.
Big time.
big time from Coven.
Oh yeah.
Oh
Man.
yeah. Definitely.
And also grunged her down from Coven, and also from the first season when she played Charles Montgomery's wife.
Yeah. Yeah.
Nora.
I mean, it's really showing
It's a different layer.
really showing her acting chops on this one, isn't she?
It's a real, yeah.
Man, it's crazy. Well,
That's a scary room. I mean, I was just, I mean, just like now, I'm just sitting here thinking about that, and I'm like, that is really a scary moment. And whoever, I don't know who it is that's playing Richard Ramirez.
Yeah.
I can't remember his name.
He's awesome. I mean, just that whole like vibe that he has, you know, and everything is just like, I mean, from just what I've read and understand, like seems dead on. Like all of them, John Wayne Gacy, the one, you know, all of it.
Yes.
Jeffrey Dahmer was pretty creepy.
Jeffrey Dahmer was like quiet with his little, you know what I mean? It's just like.
Yeah, and it's, you know, the Zodiac guy as well. The Zodiac.
Yep. Yeah, he was chilling.
He was in the corner,
he's like Zodiac will make you a drink.
Like, no thanks.
Yeah. Bring in all the different potions, the Greek thing in the history to the Zodiac, bringing all the poisons into one drink
to
kill somebody.
Oh man, yeah, it was crazy. I can't believe that that Billie Dean was even sort of arguing with them. You know, she's like, but how are you going to know I'll keep to my word if you know, once I get out of you, because if you guys can't leave the hotel.
Yeah.
You know.
Really expose them.
Yeah, it's like, dude, you are chained to a chair, and you've got like 12 famed serial killers pointing a drill at you.
Total faith. She said that she was surrounded by the light in her. She had total faith. She didn't.
Yeah.
She freaked out a little bit at the end when when the drill started up and everything. But I think when she took his hand and took John's hand and decided that she was going to go. I think from that point it was just like she committed to it.
Yeah.
And had total faith.
I
couldn't have that type of faith. I'm just saying she had that type of faith.
I don't think she's going to talk about the hotel anymore.
Yeah, have the total faith, and then being in that room, being overwhelmed by it.
Yeah. Totally. All right, guys, we're getting to it. What do we think of the bizarre kind of finish with Lady Gaga in the bar?
It's in the bar, seeing that jawline.
Yeah. You can sort of see what they were doing there, like just like tying it off with this like a reference to one of the earlier episodes, and that was such a cool line from Lady Gaga. For me, I don't think it quite did the trick of what I wanted.
What I could have said.
It just wasn't a it was like a soft period. It wasn't really like an exclamation point, like boom. Like that's how I felt. I just felt like I really did feel like what's next, and maybe that's how I was supposed to feel. That's what Ryan Murphy wanted was for me to be like, okay,
Ryan
what's
wants.
next, right?
Yeah, for sure.
And that's what I was going to ask you. That's what he wants from us, right?
In a certain way, yes. He puts include for the next season. This is the neat thing about it. He often always says, people with AHSAS often say that Ryan packs in a lot of clues to the next season on the last 2 episodes.
Oh man! Right.
We'll
get to that after the break. That's a whole other thing. But guys, if you tell us what you think about Lady Gaga's ending, if you agree with us or if you think it's awesome.
Real quick, I kind of sense that it may have reminded her of Will Drake, his jawline.
Yeah, well, it was. Who was it?
She lost him.
It was
It was her
Donovan.
type, for sure, yeah.
For sure.
Why.
It was it. So it was a good tie. As I said, if you agree with us, let us know using the hashtag AHSAS and everything else you guys want to say. We'll be right back after this real quick break, and we'll get to some fan questions for Jamie Brewer. What we all want to hear, really.
Hey.
Exactly.
See you soon.
In case you missed it live.
In case you missed it live.
In case you missed it live.
How did you not figure that out?
We had a crazy vampire threesome.
And you can't unsee that. That's burned into my brain now.
I was like,
How did you get here?
no. Look at me, I'm dancing.
You know why we saying yes. You know why we saying yes.
He is quite something.
We're like, inseparable. She was shadier than Sunglass Hut with Ray-Bans on sale, ladies and gentlemen.
No, it wasn't. So come on.
You just went to a totally different direction on that.
When a billionaire goes broke, it means he's got like $4 million.
Hold the phone.
Hold on.
Bro.
I found her to be deliciously out of control.
Oh man, looking forward to this fight.
Ooh, they about to get together. Watch, it's about to go down.
Somebody better take some pictures of this.
I just slapped the crap out of Nick.
And he's just
You know, you can't count anything out.
Look at you.
It's been another awesome night at theStream.tv, guys.
awesome.
Thank you for joining us, you guys. We love you.
Guys, I don't quite know what happened there, but we are here. We're back.
Yeah, we're back.
If you've just tuned in, you're watching the American Horror Story after show on theStream.tv. We are here. We're ready to ask some questions for our girl Jamie Brewer. I know that you just got a tweet in from a fan just now.
Yes.
Let's start with that one. Let's do it.
Okay, there's two questions. One is, her name is Daniela from Zombie Vakata. And your first question, and asking me about Lady Gaga. She is an amazing lady.
So she asked what Lady Gaga's like?
Yes.
Okay, what's she like?
She is really, really sweet. And just recently at the Golden Globes, she won
I
a
know.
Golden Globe for Hotel.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Which is really, really neat.
Dude, I think it was very well deserved. I thought she did a great job.
I think she
invited
did
to the
great this season.
I got
yeah.
invited to the party.
Oh yeah, did you go?
Yeah?
Did you go, or you played
No,
it
I
cool?
went
Oh really?
to the party.
What was
How
it
was
like?
it?
Amazing.
What was it? What was it? The Globes party or the after party?
It was the Fox after party for
Wow.
the Globes.
What was? Who did you see? What
I
was
got
it?
to reconnect with
Who was the best two people you saw?
two.
Two. You can.
If you're thinking of it within the AHSAS family,
Yeah.
Lady Gaga
Yeah.
for one, and Gabrielle Sidibe.
Yep.
Love it. What did you love?
And I believe also real quick, Dennis O'Hara.
Oh,
was
yeah?
over there as well.
Did
Oh,
you
really?
mentioned on the
Trey Jackson as well.
last time you were here on the show, you said that the Gabrielle was your favorite actor to work
One
with on
of
the
the
show.
many.
One of the many. That
One
was
of the
pretty
many.
cool. Were you happy
Yeah, I
to
remember
see?
that.
Were you happy to see Queenie?
One of the many,
Were you happy to
yes.
see Queenie back on the show last
It was
week?
interesting to see that role of Queenie back and referencing about the Supreme.
Yeah.
Which
Right.
would have been really
You're like,
neat
that's
in,
me.
in that way,
Yeah.
because that's a reference and thinking about the true storyline. That was Sarah's character
Yeah.
in Coven
Yeah.
being Supreme.
Yeah. It was such a crazy tie-in. on
Really
that
neat
whole
tie-in,
thing.
and being a voodoo doll.
Yeah.
It was a huge Coven link.
And being, I know, so it's like
And I
obviously
wasn't
like
sure at first.
obviously like the Coven have got a publicist now, and now we're on CNN and going
Price
in the
is
Price
Right
is
and
Right. It's
everything,
crazy.
yeah.
What did you have another question there?
Yeah, and it was from the same girl, Daniela. Also, was the same name, Zombie. I think it's Vakata. Asking me if I like the season
Yep.
of AHS, and yes,
Loved it.
the entire season is incredible.
Good.
The
Have
cast is
you?
incredible, bringing back many characters.
Would you say it's your favorite season? Or
One of
do
my
you need
newest
more time
favorites.
to think about that?
One of my newest favorites.
One of your
Good.
newest favorites?
I love every single season, and this one is really quite neat.
Yeah.
And
What's
seeing
been your
everybody.
favorite part of the season? What's like something that stood out for you
Well,
this
there's
season?
many things.
Yeah.
Many things.
Anything? Any one thing come to mind, or is it
Just an all around.
just all around? Okay,
all
we'll give you
around
more
of it.
time. I'm gonna
Even
tweet
though
you.
There are parts of it that really does stick out.
All right, I'm gonna call this girl in a week, and I'm gonna say, all right, we've given you a week to think about it. I want to know your favorite part, all right? And then we can tweet it.
I think I know a little bit of her favorite part. It may not be all of them, but I know that you've liked the references to Murder House.
Listen, I like the references to every single season.
Yeah.
Okay, well she killed that.
Yeah.
She killed my thought there. Okay.
All right,
I'm not gonna kill it.
Well, no,
Yeah.
I'm kidding.
Okay.
Okay.
So Jocelyn's got a couple of
Yeah, I've got a
fan
couple of questions for you, Jamie. Jamie, if you were in Hotel, and this is from, at AfroDude480.
Oh, okay.
Jamie, if you were in Hotel, what do you think your character would be like? Or what would you want your character to be like?
Ooh. That reminds me of the previous thing that thing with us.
Yeah.
Asking
The last
about-
time we were here, yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Remember the character idea? Something
What?
that showed a flash of a leg or the shoulders.
So, all right, yeah. So, if you guys missed the last time that Jamie was on the show, she said that she would like to play a character that was a bit more raunchy, or a bit showed a little bit showed a little bit more skin, or a little bit more
risque.
Yeah, a little bit more risque, right?
Not to bring in some personality of raunchy, but bring up the high class and showing the middle. Having like a dress that has a slit on the side to show the leg and bare shoulders.
You want a little better fashion for your next character,
so
right?
maybe would it have been like a sexy vampire, possibly?
Ew, I don't know about that.
Okay.
That's one thing.
A sexy ghost?
That I would like.
Yeah,
okay, there we go. We got one. We got one.
If you could have played any character,
as either a lawyer, a doctor, or whatever.
What about of the characters that were on the show? If you could play any of those roles, which one would you pick?
Any of them?
Any of the ones that were on this season?
Well, there were several that I could see. One of them, even though I say several, one that'd be really neat.
Yeah.
Is doing a younger version of Iris.
Oh my gosh.
That's awesome.
Yeah, that is awesome.
That is great.
Yeah, if they did like a background on Iris or something, and then they did, or something like,
and have me have a similar color to Kathy Bates' his hair, and being a younger version.
Yeah, I love that.
I love that too.
Perfect.
Okay.
All right,
Wow. Okay, Afro
A+
Dude
for that
480.
answer.
You got a good answer there.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're gonna move on to our next question
and
for
with
Jamie.
the personality clothing-wise of the Countess and Liz.
Yo.
Oh, okay. A sexier Iris in her younger day. Okay. All right, so this question is from @MMCell7. Jamie, would you ever want to be on AHS FX again? I hope so. You are so talented and beautiful. Love you.
Oh, I love you.
That's nice.
And I think my answer with working horror in general, yes.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
That's a hard yes. I think that was an easy one, but we wanted to ask you anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's. I mean, we're rooting for you. I hope you get that phone call. For next season.
I want to see you again.
Yeah, for sure. And that's my question.
Some people have often asked me, like, are you in the next season?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you're like, I wish I knew, and I wish I was.
6?
Yeah, and that's my question. What do you think season 6 is going to be all about?
Honestly, not quite sure. The one thing that Ryan's really good at is mystery.
Yep.
And that's why I bring up about the clues.
Yep.
Because he packs in a lot of clues. Mm-hmm. People say that he packs them in the last 2 episodes.
Yep.
Of AHS.
Yep.
In this one, it would be episode 11 and 12.
So what are the clues?
Because you think about the previous seasons, with Coven, it was 13.
Yeah.
This one is 12.
Yeah.
So there's a lot. So what basically saying that he packs in a lot of the clues in those last 2 episodes.
Yep.
But if you really look at it, though, if you really study the entire season, it's not just the last 2.
Yeah.
It's every single episode.
Yeah.
I don't know where this guy gets time to think of the next season. I mean, he's already producing he's doing American crime story right now. Like,
and Sarah Paulson's also in that as well.
Exactly. She's doing an amazing job. But it's like, where does Ryan Murphy get time to come up with next seasons when he's just finishing this? Like,
he has an amazing background crew.
Okay.
He worked with Tim Minear is one of them.
Yep.
He's a major producer within the show.
Yep.
As well as I think, but the writers' room is basically Ryan, Tim Minear.
Yeah.
I'm guessing one of the actors within AHS, and also the writer of a lot of the screenplays, Brad Fulchuk.
Yep.
As well. So that's basically what a lot of the AHS writers' room is basically comprised of.
So he's got help.
Yeah.
I have a question.
Yeah.
I have a question for the 2 of you. Okay, so this was definitely a bloody murderous season. How many, I won't even say murders, so I'm going to say kills. How many kills do you think happened this season?
That we actually saw?
Over a dozen.
Way over a dozen.
Yeah, I reckon.
I'm thinking like 80 something.
That we like actually physically seeing people get killed. Yeah, I reckon between 60 and 80.
You would say it's over 60. Yeah, there were quite a few.
There was
at
a
least
lot.
a couple of
The killing and also the torturing.
Yeah,
as well.
Yeah.
I just felt like this season of all of them was I won't even say, really of any of the TV shows that I've seen recently, like this one had the most people dying this entire season. Like I really did feel like it was.
Well, and they could kind of, not that they've ever been scared of killing people off,
right.
But I mean they could kill people a little easier because they could come back to life as ghosts. So they weren't.
Yes.
They didn't have to be accountable for it. Like you'd see the actor again. You know, you weren't losing them, but they were dying.
Yeah, which is kind of neat because I'm thinking about the different seasons. There have been 5 now.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking about it. We don't see a lot of the paranormal in the 4th season of Freak Show.
Yeah.
But in the paranormal, there's 2 major seasons they see that in.
Yeah.
Coven
is
one of them, as well as Murder House as well. We see that element in those 2 seasons.
Totally.
And bringing that into the 5th, it's really neat.
Yeah, I think it's cool. And going back to what we were saying before with the predictions, the biggest 2 I've heard, well, the main one I've heard is cruise ship, like American Horror Story, like a cruise ship.
Oh,
and I think that's really cool. I mean, imagine what they could do with that. It's very similar to a hotel, I guess, in that there's heaps of rooms.
Like a haunted, what is that? There's a lot of cruise ships
gives
that
an
are.
illusion of the Queen Mary.
Yeah, that sounds like the Queen Mary, like a haunted ship.
Or like the Titanic. I mean,
right, or the
think about that. And then also another one that
could work of people that I know.
It could be cool. And then another one that keeps getting tweeted at me is an orphanage.
I've heard that one too. I never heard the cruise ship, but I definitely heard the orphanage
thing would be kind of interesting because thinking about that in mind, the question for you guys, how many kids have we seen in Hotel?
I was going to say, we're a little desensitized, I'm assuming, to the, I mean, we're not, but a little bit, we've gotten used to, in the last few episodes, of seeing the kids, so I don't think we would be in shock if we actually saw the orphanage come up and maybe
that could be a reason why they wouldn't do it, because we've already seen.
That's true.
We've already
seen similar.
Yeah, a similar thing.
With an asylum being the 2nd season.
Yeah.
Asylum is basically it's an institution.
Yeah, exactly.
It's a different style of an orphanage.
Exactly. So, all right, and that's the other thing. There's so many. If you have some good predictions for next season, I'm terrible.
Somebody get these predictions onto that of a haunted amusement park.
Oh, wow.
I would love that.
Yeah, that's
I would
cool.
actually really like that one. The haunted amusement park. That would be kind of cool because it'd be a different kind of freak. It wouldn't be freak show. It would be like, like there would be roller coasters and like fun houses.
Like a haunted version of Six Flags.
I'm in for it. I'll take
it. Six Flags with the zombies undead. Crazy. Guys, if you have any predictions on season 6, put it in the comment section below. We will all respond to you. And I'm just dying to hear it. That was an amazing one. An amusement park. Haunted Six Flags would be crazy.
And it's neat because I get these Google alerts from other people that I work with.
Yeah.
I have Google alerts on Ryan.
Yeah.
And even some of the directors.
Yeah.
Think about the directors with this season.
Yeah.
It's incredible because a lot of thinking about in that way, they've asked Michael Ubendal to come back to direct. A friend of mine that's sort of a newcomer to the directing world, Michael Goy. He's a cinematographer.
Yeah.
He's also directed as well, and it's really neat in bringing in the directors and
it's awesome how they've done it. I can't believe it. So who knows,
it's also
man?
kind of interesting that they brought up in this finale.
Yeah.
They brought up Texas.
Wait, in what part?
Something either Texas or Texas. Something about Irish gives a reference to a cowboy.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah,
So
they brought it all back. They brought it all back. But guys, I think we're out of time. Have we got anything else we need to discuss? I think we covered it, right? Cool. And remember, put your predictions in the comment section below. Actually, I personally just really want to read them. So, but that's it. But guys, it is the end of the season. We've had such a blast coming here every week and nerding out on American Horror Story. I want to say a big thanks to Jocelyn Polite and the amazing Jamie Brewer. Woo. We really appreciate it. We're going to pull you back next year, so don't go anywhere unless you get casted for American Horror Story season 6. That's okay.
Well, let's put it this way: you get season 6, and if we're here in LA, watch out.
Yeah, you still are. We'll pull you offset. Guys, thank you so much. You've been watching the American Horror Story after show on theStream.tv. My name's Xavier Brinkman, and we'll catch you soon.
All right.
Cheers. Woo!